here we go. Anyway, so welcome to Monday Singing the Keys of Genesis with Annalisa and lovely community members. And we were all just saying we look forward to this, and I do too. It's a wonderful way for me also to start my week, and then at the end of the week we also have a bookend if people want to come and do their creative writing or creative anything. So we'll talk about more of that. Oh, and here's Ellen. All righty, great. So I've had a pretty stressful kind of week. I don't know. Hi, Ellen. And so after a stressful week, it is good to go to the cards, or even when it's not a stressful week. So today, what I pulled, I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to get your feedback. What did these say to you? And Ellen, I'm recording, just even though you may share something, and if that's not okay, you can let me know. It's fine. Yay. All right, so I want to share my screen, and this morning I pulled Nun. So again, we're going to be reading left to right. So I mean right to left. Nun, and then Hey, and then Gimel. And I'm going to show those to you. And I'd love to see how they just, if you look at them, what do they bring up to you? You don't have to know anything about them. But what do these images and at least my interpretations, dance of the feminine, transformation and journey, what does that evoke in you today? And I'm going to share my screen. So here we go. So you can see them. So there they are. I'd love to hear just the image and whatever else this brings up in you.
Well, I love the dance of the feminine. There's that just really speaks to me. One, I love to dance, and I mean, I don't know that there is a better dance than dance of the feminine. So that one really draws me.
Yeah. It looks like you're still.
Well, as for the other two,
yeah, you don't have to.
I've kind of started a couple of journeys this month that I'm sure are going to result in some kind of transformation. And some of the journeys I don't really want to be on.
Oh boy. I hear you.
So that's what the other two are saying to me. That's what I got.
I am right there with you. It is exactly what I got from it. Like, I really don't want this journey. Okay. But that's where, for me, trusting the feminine and the dance and the Shekhinah, the feminine aspect of God in Jewish tradition, that's where I'm going. Trust, trust, trust. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? How does this touch you this week?
I was just really noticing the expansiveness of it, like the opening in all of the images, and that y'all know me, I like to go on a journey and dance, and so it brings up excitement for me when I look at them. And there's our friends. I'm trying to get back to the images. I'm on my phone because I'm outside today. But, is it Mem that shows up a lot in this group? Like, it feels like comfort to me when I see that in the image. So, because I think about community and comfort. So,
yeah, we don't have Mem today, but we have seen Hey.
It's Hey. That's the one. Hey. Sorry, I'm not looking at them.
That's
I'm
okay.
At y'all right now. So.
Yeah, that does come up, and perfect. Thank you, Ellen.
I'm very struck by the images themselves. There's so much energy in the Nun with And I guess I don't think much of the nun. It just, I haven't really played with it that much. And then as it goes over to the hay, you get a little more sense of that tambourine. And hay is the sacred feminine.
Mm,
You know, the yud hey vav hey, and the
Sure,
vav hey is the divine feminine, and the so-called lower hay is just the gateway into everything.
mhm.
And then getting over to Gimel, it really, it's not only the tambourine and the movement in the within the strokes of the letter itself, but the whole sky and the whole waters.
Yeah.
It's
Huh.
it's really lovely.
Thank you. I never saw these as tambourines, but they are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like the creating of the tambourine, because the nun has the circle around it. I mean, I know most
Yeah.
of them do, but then the beginnings, it's like it's becoming this tambourine, and the women dancing.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
And Miriam took her timbrel out, and all the women danced.
Come to my show. Miriam shows up. Okay. Madeline, how are these touching you if you'd like to share?
I just sort of put them all together, and that, aren't we all dancing to transform our journeys?
Yes.
And if the journey is there, why not dance along the way rather than trudge along?
Yes. Thank you. And I kind of, for me, as I say, I have had a rougher week, like with things showing up, like I don't really want to go on this next leg that I'm being shown, and I might not be, but right, dance with it. That was why that came up so strong at front, just go with the flow. And by the way, so Gimel, if you notice, if you turn it on its side, which I could do if I stop the screen, but there's a little eye here. You see the little dot? Can you see the dot? If you turn it on its side, I'll show you, I'll stop sharing. It's a boat, and it's the boat that I traveled in my
Oh.
mind's eye while I was creating all of these. This was one of the first ones that showed up, and I would go into my Gimel boat in my shamanic journeys and go into the other realms and get pictures and images. And so that was my little Gimel boat. But this is how Gimel looks, is written, but I turned it on its side. The whole thing turned on its side. So thank you for being on this journey with me. This is, and
Can I say one more thing?
of course you can.
There are a whole bunch of things that are going to come up for most of us right now that we might say,
Yep.
And whenever we can shift that to a coming forward with compassion for whatever it is, it transforms. I mean, that happened to me this morning, so it's very fresh, and it was so incredible. Something that I've always kind of backed off from was so different when I so the staying with the compassion and curiosity was just such a gift.
Beautiful. And for me, that does speak to back to the alphabet here. Let me see, share screen, that the compassion and the movement through our bodies, as Christine would certainly do for us, moving, and you also, body person, moving all of these emotions and transforming them to approach the journey, as we've all said, with more of that dance of the feminine, with the compassion, without the angst. So Yeah, really grateful to hear from all of you. And more, that's what I'm clear, that this community is about us. You know, it's not just about my coming in and singing something, but our collective wisdom that can arise when we share, you know. So yes, Ellen, of course.
Well, I just realized when you were talking about that, that rachamim and all the words connected with it for compassion
Mm,
are from rechem, which is womb, uterus. So it's that kind of compassion that's like when any of us who had children carried a child, it's like now our uterus just wants to carry us, and it can help build that compassion, that
mm,
rachamim, rachamim, rachem, rachman, all
mm.
of that
Within our own self.
within.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Ah. Yeah, so just take some time to look at these, feel the energy moving. I see what, you know, the openings that you spoke of, Christine. One is, you know, the energy is going like down and up, almost a wave from here and can pop out here and come back out and come back around. So I will sing it in that way as well, the energy of these letters and codes of light. So take a moment and thank you so much for sharing and creating this space together. It's really um, heart opening for me because none of us are alone in these transformational times. And that's a big piece of why I love being here with you. So a few deep breaths and coming into that beautiful body. And feeling the air around you if you're outside or inside, and feeling the ground below you. And we'll dance the feminine on this transformational journey together. Happy to hear from any of you. how that journey was for you. And feel free to stay in silence, of course, as well.
Well, thank you for that, Annalisa. I really felt that. Like, I felt that in my body, and like it was coming from me, not from you. And I just wish I could take that with me all week long. So thank you.
Thank you.
And so funny that Ellen mentioned uterus, because part of my journey is with my uterus right now. So was a synchronous moment. So.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah. I'll say that our sharing beforehand really enhanced it for me, in that I felt I felt as I was singing, there was a birthing, and a beautiful birthing, and the journey together. And yeah, so thank you.
I always thought your singing was for you and us and the universe, not just for us. And it's expansive. It's so to include you as much as you can in that.
Thank you. Thank you. Sound is one of those things that goes beyond boundaries, right? So unifying.
It's also for the birds, because I'm on my front porch and they were singing with you. Last week they were singing outside my window, but I came out on my front porch and they were just singing with you. Like, I love it. I was really feeling the expansiveness, and I was feeling the multi-dimensions and multi-layers of it and how far it touches. So thank you.
And thank the birds.
The minute you said that, I'm sorry, I was already off mute, but one gave you feedback. Said you're welcome.
Oh. There's no accident there. I was on a call with the Israeli performance artist Victoria Hanna, who I'm studying with, voicing the alphabet of all things, right? And some of you may know, I met her like synchronistically and hung out with her in, a whole Shabbat, a whole Saturday and Friday night in Israel last year. I mean, it's, there are no coincidences. Anyway, so I'm studying with her in a class, and there's this man that shared yesterday that he studies the songs of the birds, and they were all over him. And there was a lot of conversation about the birds and the singing. So thank you, birds. It's all one. Yeah, beautiful. Wow.
And I'm complete.
Yes.
So
I love you. Just your presence. Thank you. So I love you all. I think there's some, I think we're all in agreement that we're in a time of a lot of challenges. So as much as this can help me and you, now I'm all teary, it's, it's really my distinct pleasure to have you here on this journey with me. So we can travel the boat during the week. And I hope that some or all of you will come on Wednesday evening. Our Wednesday evening, yeah, we're all in the same time zone, 7 o'clock. I've got a whole thing. I want to invite the community in to some visioning and some, understanding how we can make this the best for all of us. And I'll see you soon. Much love. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you during the week. Yeah? Okay. And if there's anything else you want to say, just let me know. We'll talk soon. Denise, you okay? Yeah, come. Yeah, good. Because no one, let me stop.